Okay. I feel like I say okay in every single video. But anyways, we are back for the third video of the day, the second game review. What a game. I'll say this much. What a game. Look, by the judging looks of it, 1-0 in overtime. It looks like, oh my god, that was such a boring game. Probably nothing happened at all. That wasn't the case. This game was full of penalties, full of opportunities, full of saves. It was just a kerfluffle of amazingness. The only thing it was really missing was goals. So, you start the first period with the news of Pacioretty being out and Zach Parise being a healthy scratch. And then you started off with Matt Dumba getting a delay of game penalty. There was a couple opportunities, but thanks to New York and Pittsburgh, I could not watch that. So those penalties were killed off. And then there was a Zuccarello one-timer shot that was stopped by Marc-Andre Fleury. You'll hear Fleury a lot. And that was the Minnesota Wild's first chance of the game. Shots were 11-5 Vegas with 7 minutes left. And you know what? We expected Vegas to come in hot. We expected Vegas to mostly dominate these games because that's what Vegas does. And you look at this, you honestly should be pretty frustrated with the results if you're a Vegas fan. Keegan Colasar, he had a shot that was stopped by Cam Talbot. There was a penalty with Kevin Fiala. It got slashing. There was a huge battle in front of the Wild net, which stayed out. Surprisingly, Vegas had a lot of opportunities. And the shots were 20-5 after one. The Wild had 5 shots. Yeah, don't see that too often. Second period, that Fiala penalty that was in the first got killed off. The Knights were just heavily outplaying the Minnesota Wild. Heavily. It wasn't even really close because it was in their zone. They had so many shots during the game. It was just shot after shot after shot after shot after shot. It was just like consistent shots from Vegas. And then every now and then Ryan Hartman, what a night this guy had. It's not a night. What a day this guy had. He had a shot that was stopped by Marc-Andre Fleury, and Fleury made a lot of great saves on not just Hartman, but a lot of other players on the team. Here's Fleury again, makes a huge glove save on Hartman during Wild pressure. I can't even think of what save it was because there was so many unbelievable saves he made. Minnesota got their 10th shot at 12:20 of the second period. I thought that was very notable. Notable saying that Vegas has amazing defense and Minnesota kind of struggling to play. They got it back they played much better as the game went along though, and that's why they won it. Here's something. Pierre Maguire, if you watched the NBC broadcast, which you probably did, he talked about referees. And he was talking about this one referee who was making his playoff debut, playing with this veteran someone else, and I was like, who cares? What? And I mean, like, I'm not surprised it's Pierre Maguire. But still, that's just like, what? I don't know. There was a Bjugstad chance after that was gloved by Fleury. He had a lot of chances, Bjugstad as well. There was a bunch of huge Vegas Golden Knights opportunities that were stopped. I got to give it to Cam Talbot. Shots were 20-16 Vegas with 2:30 left. But Cam Talbot, he had himself a great game. He played great goaltending. And from someone who was a big fan of him in Edmonton and throughout the places he went, I liked him a lot. And I think that, he's going to be a big part on if Minnesota gets past Vegas. And, hey, they already have one game down, so potentially. There was a mid-ed Bjugstad shot that was stopped by Fleury again. And then towards the end of the period, Pietrangelo got a penalty for tripping. And then that was killed off when the third came along. Fleury made another great save on Kirill Kaprizov. Just came up. Kirill Kaprizov came right in. Fleury stopped it with, the inch of his pad, which was crazy. Then Talbot denied Stone on a chance. Stone played great this game. I think if there was one Vegas player that wasn't Fleury that played great, it was Mark Stone. They showed on the NBC how he can just skate straight up the ice, and honestly, that just impresses me. There was another, or no, sorry. There was a penalty on Matt Dumba for hooking, and this was really Vegas' chance to score. Peter DeBoer, coach of the Sharks, called a timeout with 45 seconds left on the power play. Didn't mean anything because the penalty got killed. Another Hartman and Fiala shot stopped by Fleury. Like I said, Hartman had an amazing night. Chandler Stephenson as well, who also had himself a pretty good day. I keep saying night because it's not. Yeah, you know what I mean by night. He had another great chance on Talbot. It was stopped. Vegas went offside with a 4-on-2. I thought I read that in my notes because if they didn't, we never know what could happen. And Minnesota kind of got luck there. Theodore's slap shot was stopped by Talbot with 3:21 remaining. Pretty good slap shot from the point. Shea Theodore really becoming that dangerously underrated defenseman. So he's doing pretty good for himself. There was a big Sturm shot that was stopped by Fleury as well with the dying seconds left. Hartman had a breakaway, which does not denied by Fleury. 1-on-0 breakaway. Again. He, caught it with the very top of his glove, and it went up and behind the net. Pretty lucky. Talbot then slid out and denied Marchessault chance. He just slid all the way out. Because if that rebound went through him, Vegas probably would have won this game. But nope, it didn't. He kept the rebound control pretty good. Throughout the whole game, generally, he would cover it up whenever he needed to, or anything like that. There was a scruffle. We're bringing that word back. If you guys remember from last year's playoffs, I used that word a lot. There was a scruffle with 6.9 seconds left in regulation, and I thought I write this down too. There has been no playoff game that has ended in regulation yet. That's kind of unbelievable when you think about it. And then in overtime, Joel Eriksson won the game for the Minnesota Wild. What a performance. I got to give it to Cam Talbot and Fleury for just being shut down through this whole game. I'm very impressed with what they both did. So final score, 1-0. 3 stars of the game were Eriksson, Fleury, and Talbot. I'd probably give Talbot first star because he played well. And then Fleury second. And yeah, but I don't control the rules. Shots were 42-30 in favor of Vegas. Hits were 71-57 in favor of Minnesota. I did notice there was a lot of hits in this game. Penalty minutes, Vegas had 4, Minnesota had 6. And then face-off percentages, 62.1 for Vegas, 37.9 for Minnesota. So yeah, if you're Vegas, I would be pretty frustrated with the results of this game. Just saying, coming from someone who's seen games not go their way a lot when it looks like they would. Yeah, you should be pretty frustrated, and I think Vegas will be. And they'll definitely bounce back in Game 2 and at least make it and at least score a goal. So thank y'all for watching, for all your support, and if you want to let me know your thoughts below, please make sure to do that. And also, please subscribe. We're almost at 800 subscribers. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you guys later tonight for Florida and Tampa Bay.